everyone, Ty here, and welcome back to another ASMR video. And today, we are going to be doing ASMR for pilots. Now, if you are a pilot, this is a video for you. If you aren't a pilot, you're welcome to stick around. This is going to be a completely aviation-themed video. Okay, let's go. First, we're going to be starting off with the David Clark headset, and this is the same headset I use when I fly the plane. And I absolutely love this headset. It's very worth the value, very comfortable to wear. I think it was like $350, which is like on the mid to low mid-range for prices on flight headsets, because these things go up to about like $1,200. I think one of the most expensive ones I've seen is the Bose A20. I think that's what it's called, the Bose A20s, and those go like $1,000 plus. Those things are crazy. I like this. It's really good. But yeah. Okay, let's give the headset a rest. I don't think the tapping turned out too well on that, but today is just an aviation theme video. So now we are going to go on to the fuel sump. Maybe tighten that a little bit. And maybe do some little circles with that. Now I use this to test the fuel on the plane to make sure that it is top quality and that we're not going to be letting any dirt or water into the engine, which can cause an engine failure, or which will normally cause an engine failure, because water in the engine, it won't burn. So that's how engines work too. But yeah, so we make sure that there's no water in it, like no water seeped into the tanks, or there's no dirt inside the fuel truck. And yeah, so that's what this is for. I hope this makes good sounds. I'm sorry that this thing is clicking around. It's not really fixed on there too well. But yeah, this kind of smells like gasoline. And the only reason is that's because, well, it has avgas in it about 3 times a week now. So it stinks. I should probably watch it soon. I have not watched it in a long time. But I'm flying this weekend, so I'm not going to, because I like to leave it out for at least a week. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoy the sound of this. I always like putting it over the mic here because I think it sounds really good. where there's not a lot of restricted airspaces, but there are some in my area, because I don't really know why. I asked my instructor what one of them was, but I think they do like rocket tests. I forgot there's like some sort of missile company near me. I don't really remember, but there's some sort of missile company. And there's also like parachutists who go out there, so yeah, but this is my, oops, that's something I want to keep track of. This is my logbook. Every flight I've logged is in this book. I have about 50 hours now, maybe 60. I have 2 requirements left on my private pilot license, and then I am done. But I think this makes some really nice sounds. And this is a Jeppesen logbook. This one will probably last me for a long time. It has a lot of space in it, but once I get to the airline, once I get like probably past my private license or instrument rating, I'm probably, I'd say commercial. I'm gonna get one of the really big ones, because I don't think this will be able to hold everything of my full aviation career, because my end goal is to go to the airlines. But don't worry, I'll still be making Ty's ASMR videos, and if you're a viewer of both my channels, don't worry, the aviation one will definitely be there still, but I'll still be doing ASMR, because I love it. I've been loving doing this. It's a very fun hobby, YouTube. I really just want to say I have no personal gain from the YouTube channel. Only reason I'm doing it is to put out good content for you guys, and it's a great way to it's to go to hobby. I love making the videos, learning about video editing, learning and like really just meeting new people. It's been really fun so far, so I hope you guys have been enjoying, and if you do enjoy these videos, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, so I have one more thing. I'm gonna cut the video to go grab it, because it'll be loud. Okay, now I was gonna do this a while ago, but I just figured out how to put it in a video, so this will be in the aviation video. This is a model plane. To any of my Ty's GoPro fans, you might have seen this in my Corsair Day video. This did make an appearance, but I wanted to find a way to put these model planes in an ASMR video, so I thought I'd tap on the wings, and I think the propeller makes a nice sound when you spin it. But yeah, so we'll see how this turns out. If you guys do like these, I have a ton of these, so not the exact same plane, but I have like a bunch of them. We can see which ones you guys like, which ones you guys see again. I do have to say some of them are broken, because people do knock them off my shelves, and it drives me nuts, because people, when they see these, the first thing they think is, I want to touch it. I want to touch it. Now what I'm doing with it now, I'm being careful of all the fragile parts, which are mostly here. But I'm not gonna touch that part there, like very roughly. Like I can touch it lightly, and then like you have to be careful of the propeller, because I actually hold on to these. I'm holding on to this pretty well here. I have it held on pretty well, so I don't drop it, because if you drop it, it's all over. If anyone owns model planes in there, you know there's trouble. I've dropped one of mine, and the base broke, but the plane was okay. And then my friend came over and knocked the plane off the table, and I end up putting up a no touching sign now. So it's like it basically just do not touch where all my monoplanes are. I'm the only one who's allowed to touch them. Okay, now let's move on to the propeller spinning, and then we're gonna get into something in the video. Feel free to stick around for it, but if you guys don't like it, I get it. We'll see how this turns out. If you want to hear more like propeller spinning. And sorry for the humming in the background. This is like the quietest place in my house, and there's a refrigerator over there, and it always besides hum during my ASMR videos. If anyone has any tips on how to edit out background noise, I'm not really sure how to do that right now. I am using CapCut as a video editor, so if anyone knows how to do anything with that, please just let me know. I'm trying to just get the videos like better edited for you guys, because I know I've gotten some feedback on the background noise. I am trying to solve that. I just don't have the editing skills yet. But yeah, so I think we're gonna do away with the monoplane for now. Let me know if you want to see this again. We're gonna put this guy down. And now for the final part of the video. I thought I'd read the checklist off for the plane I fly, which is a Piper Warrior 3. And I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but I'll read all the way from when I get into the plane until takeoff. So, tail lock, in baggage or cockpit, flaps retract, passenger briefing. Okay, so let's do the passenger briefing. So, seatbelts must be worn at all times in my aircraft. There are air vents below us that can be opened and closed. If there's a fire on engine start, I'm going to cut up the mixture and open the throttle. And when the prop stops, we'll exit the aircraft out the right door, the only door in the aircraft, but do not exit to the front of the aircraft because there'll be a blazing fire and potentially a spinning propeller. And we'll have a rally point, but we're not at an airfield right now, so I can't pick a rally point. And then when we are on the ground, we only talk about the flight. I'm not gonna bore you guys with anymore, but seats and seatbelts, we already did that. Fuel selector, lowest or other tank. Circuit breakers, check. Strobes, on. Carburetor heat, off. Brakes, set and hold. Engine start, mixture rich. Now, if you have ever flown one of these, you know you cannot tell. Next it says throttle on the list, but I do the master and alternator switches before, so I can see if the engine's hot or cold. And then fuel pump on, prime, 3 to 5 seconds. If it's cold, 2 if it's warm, and 0 if it's hot. Yell out the window, clear prop, and then check to the left and right of the prop to make sure it is clear. Engage the starter, and then reduce it to 800 RPM and no higher than 1000 RPM. Check the oil pressure, turn off the fuel pump, lean the mixture, which is just decrease it a little bit. Turn the radio on. Make sure the transponder is set to 1200 or your assigned radios set. Check the ATIS, which is the weather. Set your flight instruments for the flight. Get control and set flight plan. Radio, ground, or the common traffic advisory frequency, depending on if you fly at a non-towered or towered airport. And then put the emergency frequency on standby in your COM2. Lights as appropriate. For taxi, make sure the parking brake is released. Check the brakes. Check the flight instruments. Now we go to the engine run-up right before takeoff. Brakes set and hold. Oil dump in the green. Fuel selector other tank. Mixture rich. All the way. Throttle 2000 RPM. Mags. No more than 175 drop, or a difference of 50 between the left and the right mag. Vacuum must be between the red lines. Engine gauges, check. Make sure everything's in the green. Make sure everything's in the green. annunciator panel, test. Load meter, turn everything on, all your electrical switches. Then turn everything off. Turn the carburetor heat on. Throttle idle. And then turn the carburetor heat off. Then set your throttle to 1000 RPM and make sure your flight controls are free and correct. So I like to do the thumbs up method. Quick explanation: you rotate the control column this way, and your aileron on that side where your thumbs point should be up. And when you rotate the other way, your aileron on that side should be pointing up. And then look behind you and make sure you're, oh my god, I forgot what it's called, but some planes it's called an elevator, and then some planes it's called a horizontal stabilator. I think that's what it's called on mine. Yeah. And then before takeoff, make sure your fuel pump's on. Make sure mixture's rich. Use pitot heat if you need it. That just controls a lot of the instruments, so it's very important if it's icing conditions. Make sure your flight instruments are still good. Make sure your flaps are at 0 or at a different setting if you're doing another modified takeoff. Make sure your seats and seatbelts are secure still. Make sure the door is latched. Make sure your lights are as appropriate. So you'll need the landing light and you'll need the strobe lights. And if it's night, you'll need the nav lights. And then make sure you call tower. But before you do that, I forgot, you have to do the takeoff briefing. I won't bore you guys with that. So, and then make sure your mixture is rich. And that is all for the checklist. If you guys do want to hear more checklist reading or like aviation reading in general, sorry for the bump there. But if you guys do want to see more of that, I will try my best to make that content for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Sorry for the short video. That's all I can really squeeze in with all the aviation stuff. There's not much in there that's like ASMR friendly. Oh wait, I could do the flight back next video. I forgot about that, but yeah, that's gonna be all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really does help support me. But thanks for watching.